Success? How about fiscal responsibility? If the answer is yes to any of those questions, then work for it. Teenagers should work hard jobs in order to set themselves up for success in the future. From learning the value of money to establishing a healthy work ethic, having a challenging job young is essential. There's a problem with our youth. No one has jobs. According to childtrends.org, high school youth had a 20% employment rate as of October 2017. Only 20% of students enrolled in high school have a job. Our students, today, parents say that we're very lazy. Our generation doesn't work. We don't know the value of hard work. I think to some degree that is true. We need to have solid work ethics. We need to understand the value of money, and we need to know how to overcome challenges and obstacles as they arise. To do that, we need to get a job. Instead of sitting around all summer or during the school year when we have time to work, we need to be spending our spare time working, making money, making a hard work ethic, and establishing a good pattern of overcoming challenges. My experience with work was when I started working for my dad at the age of 12. At 12 years old, I started working for my dad's masonry company. Now, if you know anything about concrete or masonry, or you paid attention to my last couple of speeches, you know it's not an easy job. It's a very hard, physically demanding job. It's very labor intensive, and there's a lot that goes into it. It can be very stressful at times. But in the end, it's very rewarding. Now, what exactly is a hard job? By a hard job, I don't exactly mean construction, although that's a great example. You don't have to be doing something like hauling around 80-pound bags of concrete or masonry blocks or doing stuff like that. It can be anything from working at a gas station or a fast food place to working as a server or doing any other sort of job that puts you out of your comfort zone, especially if it's physically demanding or mentally demanding. When I started working for my dad at age 12, I was just a kid. I didn't know anything about work or the value of money or what to do. My previous summers, I sat at home and I played video games and I wasted my time. When I started working for my dad, it was hard and I hated life for that first summer. But I overcame it and I learned how to work hard for what I want in life. If I wanted something, I couldn't just ask my parents for it anymore. I had to work hard, save up the hours, pour enough driveways, lift enough heavy blocks, and sweat enough to get what I wanted. I learned what the value of money was, and I accepted that if I wanted something in life, I'd have to work for it. Now, working for my dad, I was angry at first, but I'm very glad now that it happened. Nothing is going to be easy to start. When you get a hard job, you're not going to enjoy it, you're not going to want it, and in the moment, you're going to ask, why am I doing this job? But in the long run, you're going to be glad you did it, and it'll be the easiest thing you ever did. The benefits of working a hard job are incredible. Anything from learning the value of money to time management to establishing a work ethic, there's numerous possibilities of what you can gain from working a job. First off is the value of money. Your parents won't buy everything for you and they won't be there. In my case, they won't be there much longer. I'll be going off to college and then into the workforce. Learning the value of money is critical for life. If you go out, you see many teens nowadays who don't work a job, their parents pay for everything, maybe even their college, and they get out into life when they're on their own and they end up wasting all of their money. They run up high credit card debt or they waste money on stuff they don't need. They don't know the value of money or what it means to work for it, to work for your dollar. If you have a job, you know that every dollar you worked, that's not just something that was given to you, it's not just a piece of paper. It was a dollar that you had to work and sweat for. It was something that you had to earn. It's yours. Time management is the second most important thing I think that you can get from working a hard job. Learning to manage your time between high school, sports, whatever else, establishing a good work ethic and learning how to manage your time, that's what's also very important from working a job. You learn what time you have to do, what time you have to be at work. You have to learn to live your life in a very structured way and meet deadlines. That's a critical life skill that you'll need for the rest of your life. Now, work ethic. That is arguably the most important. If you're going out into the workforce someday to get a job, which most people are, almost everyone is, then you're going to need to know how to work. If you aren't willing to work or you're not willing to put in the extra time, then you're not going to get a job in the future. You need to learn what it means to show up on time or early and to work for what you're supposed to do. You have to accomplish your job and your task and work hard to do it. Now, future success is obviously the lasting benefit from working a job as a teenager. It'll set you up for everything in life. If you establish a pattern early of setting goals, getting them, earning money, and finding responsibility and learning what that word means, then you will set yourself up for future success. Now, there are some people that oppose teens working jobs. They say that teenagers are too young, they should enjoy their childhood, or they don't have time, or will distract them from what's important, like education. And sure, there's some truth to that. There's a valid argument. According to Youth Village, higher rates of absenteeism and less school involvement occur when employed teens have jobs. Now, there's some truth to that. You might not have time. It's going to be hard to make it work, but everything in life is. You need to find the time to make it work between the classes, between the sports. You need to learn how to juggle things in your life. And of course, you're not too young. You're never too young to learn how to work. It's something you're going to be doing for the rest of your life, so you need to learn how to do it early. You need to get in there and just start it. Now, some people say it's not necessary for them to work, but I say, is it necessary to be successful? You need to make time. You need to teach yourself time management. You need to realize that you're never too young, and you need to realize that, of course, if you want to get anything in life, if you want to succeed, it's necessary to get out there and work. At anything in this life, nothing will be given to you. You need to work for it, and you need to earn it. That's what a job teaches you, especially young. You need to establish that pattern early, and you need to get a job. According to nerdwallet.com, jobs give teens real-world experience demonstrating a work ethic and satisfying bosses who expect them to earn every dollar. Now, that is incredibly true, and I think it's important in my case. When I worked for my dad, doing concrete and masonry, I was only 12 years old when I started. Me and my brother, we were throwing blocks around. It wasn't fun, it wasn't easy, but we got things done, and we learned how to have a job. We worked with our family, we had fun sometimes, but it was challenging work, and we really had to sweat and work for it. But in the end, it's what my family does. It's my great-grandpa, my grandpa, my dad, and me, 4 generations of Masons. We've all been working hard for what we need in life and what we want in life. And by starting young, I know the value of what it means to have a job and to work hard. So in conclusion, every teen should have a hard and challenging job to teach them self-sufficiency, to give them a solid work ethic, and to set themselves up for success. So remember, it may seem hard now, but looking back, it will be the easiest decision you ever made. Thank you.